My name is Ryan Davis. I am an organizational psychologist and leadership consultant based in Johannesburg, South Africa. I founded and lead an organizational development and people company called Next Peak Consulting and Coaching. And the real focus has always been around finding innovative and relevant ways to partner with others to develop everything from a personal to a team to an organizational level, and hopefully community development in the long run. We focus on organizational culture and strategy. We've also put a big emphasis on leadership development and team development and anything else that really runs the gambit of people management and people development. I started becoming interested in TalentPredix when a colleague of mine, your chief science officer, previous colleague of mine, your chief science officer, Paula Betu, said, I'm working on this incredible assessment with James Brooke, who we had worked with in the past over time in the strength development space. And it was a really exciting opportunity to jump in and really explore a tool that could make a huge difference to so many by opening it up to as many people as possible, by helping people to really understand themselves better and be able to celebrate what they do and who they are, but not just from a personality point of view or just from an emotional intelligence point of view or just from a capability point of view, but to really look at the holistic person, all starting with what Next Peak really is all about, doing everything from a values-based perspective. TalentPredix gave us an opportunity to really delve into what really matters. For those that do the assessment, gives them an opportunity to think what gets them up in the morning and what will excite them for the day, as well as what's going to get them up in the morning for the work that they do. And then the third leg, obviously, is how do they arrive and what's in their toolkit to really perform at their best? What are those talents or strengths that they arrive every day at the workplace with, or anywhere in their lives? And in addition to that, what are those things that might hold them back from meeting their goals? So really focusing on the long term, not just about what we can do and develop next, but we use TalentPredix at Next Peak to really say, what is that next goal that we can work towards? I was trained in TalentPredix as a global associate in February 2022, so it's nearly 2 years of being part of this community. And what I value so much is that this is not just an assessment that is there to test or assess or take people through a process and give us results, but it is about enabling people. It's about providing tools, and in addition to that, it's about creating a community of practitioners across a lot of disciplines to really work together to build a better way and better opportunities to develop people. And wherever you might find yourself in the world, whether it's in a small village on the African continent or working for a multinational company, TalentPredix has that opportunity to really start the process of self-awareness, self-development, and becoming the best version of yourself, whether it's as an individual, as a team, as an organization, as a community, or I guess for a lot of the community that wish to create a better world. In terms of using TalentPredix, we at Next Peak really focus on giving as many tools and as many opportunities to grow and develop yourself as possible in the process that we work with you on. Or what I like to believe is well beyond the time that we work together. We leave our clients and coaches with as many possible routes and choices and options to use to continue the development process for them and those around them. TalentPredix has given that sense of information and self-awareness and self-understanding, both in individual coaching relationships where we work with clients working on a specific task that they or goal that they may be working on. It could be on an executive coaching level where we are helping leaders really move from where they are right now to taking their organization well into the future. It could be on a career coaching level where TalentPredix has made a huge impact helping those understand again what their values are, what gets them up in the morning excited for the day, what their career drivers are, which gets them up in the morning excited for the work that they go to, and of course their talents. So what are those unique elements that help people to really show up as best as they possibly can? We've used a TalentPredix in team development interventions where we've really understood and now understood those individuals and their specific values and strengths and career drivers, and those things that hold them back, but also on a team level, where we've been able to give a lot more information to our clients, focusing on talent management and learning and development and people development in general, where the gaps are for individuals and also for teams and even further for organizations. But in addition to that, how can they use TalentPredix to not just look for gaps, but really embrace the strengths that are arriving on day one? And so we've used TalentPredix, and we continue to use it both on an individual level, in the coaching space, on a team level in terms of team development and training, different types of group interventions, strategic planning, and then on an organizational level to really get a good understanding of who is in the organization, what's the organization all about, and where are the alignments there, or those things that maybe are misalignments that might hold the organization back. The one other thing that I wanted to just add is, as an organizational consultant, I work across industries as well as across levels, and in addition to that, across sectors. And I found that the TalentPredix profile allows us to add value wherever people are at. It's not specific to industry, it's not specific to level, it's not specific to sector. As a practitioner that works in the social impact space, we've had huge success with social entrepreneurs and those working in the nonprofit environment who have used TalentPredix to really propel them forward as well. The value of TalentPredix for anyone that wants to create a better tomorrow, and specifically around thriving careers, we can't underestimate how great this tool can possibly be. The uniqueness of TalentPredix is so clear when you start to use it. And for me, the first thing that shouts out is clients and coaches and I guess citizens of the world. All that everyone wants is to be given a fair representation of who they are, to feel like individuals and not be placed into a box. And while so many other assessments add so much value in terms of self-awareness, and so much of the conversation within a coaching conversation or within a facilitated group discussion is about making sense of the results and seeing our individuality in that, TalentPredix jumps straight to a place where you know that your report is unique to you, and that the likelihood of someone else in a couple of million or even more profiles will have exactly the same profile as you. That's been really empowering for people to feel their individuality and their uniqueness based on their TalentPredix report. In addition to that, the language that is used, that we are so used to in the psychology community being the owners and the guardians of assessments and platforms. And TalentPredix has created an opportunity for more people to be involved in sharing this knowledge and sharing this tool, but also the actual assessment profile your TalentPredix profile speaks to you in normal language in a way that anyone can understand. And where I've really got excited about this is many times we feel threatened. This is going to, especially in this world that we're living in, with AI and technology, really creating new opportunities, but also creating a lot of anxieties for people about their relevance. I see this as a real opportunity to give people a tool in their own hands that they don't have to rely on a coach or a psychologist or a facilitator or a counselor to take them through their own profile, which they've answered themselves, but they actually have a tool that they can take away and work with on their own. And that is something new and dynamic and exciting. We are really empowering people to be the authors of their own destiny, for a lack of a less cliched way of saying it. But we're empowering people with information, information on themselves, information about the awareness of who they are and the role that they play in the world and how they show up. And with that, they can take this information and make something of themselves without relying on someone else. You can never underestimate the power of a coach or a mentor. But at the same time, let's give people as much as possible to really feel empowered to make the difference on their own. There's so many assessments out there that we have to do a bunch of assessments to really give people the opportunity to integrate the pieces of the puzzle into a holistic view of who they are. And what I love about TalentPredix is that the assessment looks at so many different elements in one holistic picture, which again talks to why the profiles are so individualized. But that in one assessment, we can really delve into our natural strengths and those that we've developed over time, those things that might hold us back, those too much of a good thing, those leadership derailers are in there as well. And underpinning everything in addition to that, there is a values component, which is the basis of everything that we do at Next Peak, and also not just taking for granted that our values and career drivers are exactly the same, but that there's a differentiation between what helps people jump out of bed in the morning for life and what helps people jump out of bed in the morning for work. And all of that is wrapped up in this beautiful one assessment measures all of these elements. There are obviously other areas and other variables that can be measured that aren't measured with TalentPredix, but the value of what this offers you in one assessment, that is just incredible. When I think of the profile in general, the best self DNA page, which is a summary of everything, not everything, but a large amount of the information that TalentPredix measures, that summary page is always so enlightening for coaches and clients that I've worked with. Being able to have on one page a summary of so much that talks so strongly to who they are, and then being able to unpack that more on their own across the different pages, which give a lot more information. I see that bright light, that lightning, that lightning bulb, that light bulb moment, that aha moment so often when people are looking at it and saying, how did you get that all about me? And the answer is always, this is you. This is you answering about yourself. On an individual level, I've had an opportunity to really help unpack these profiles with people in a coaching setting, and being able to say, wow, that makes so much sense. I've thought about that. I just didn't really know how to package it. But in addition to that, the real value is that those that I've worked with on an individual level see the link between the assessment that they do and the relevance of the questions and the final result of their profile, which talks to them. So they feel that they're going through this development process from beginning, from the time that they receive the invite to the time that they receive their results. On a team level, or on a group level, two examples that I've used TalentPredix, which were really amazing situations, were first of all with a group of change makers, of social entrepreneurs working in South Africa. and being able to give them the opportunity to become more self-aware through this and to have a tool to take away, but then also to be able to look across the group and see what the themes were. There were real aha moments there for those that were both facilitating the course that we were using it in, but in addition to that, those that were the project owners, the organization that ran the course, was really excited by what we could provide in terms of future training. I also took a whole lot of students that were completing a certification process through one of the Ivy League universities on a retreat where we were in the middle of the Central American rainforest in this beautiful setting where people were feeling that they were really given the opportunity to think about what really mattered. And we did TalentPredix across that cohort as well, giving them the opportunity to really understand more about who they are and the role that they play in the world. Incredibly powerful moments. And then I've used the TalentPredix with a number of entrepreneurs and business leaders, those that were scaling their businesses. And again, the opportunity to really think through these things, but also not for them to read through their profiles, but feel comfortable because the language talked to them. I've got stories over and over where that has been really, really powerful. In terms of other benefits and statistics, we are trying to really understand the value that TalentPredix can bring to those on the African continent, and especially those that wouldn't necessarily have the opportunities to delve into these areas of self-awareness themselves. We are still in the process of doing that in terms of getting more data, but what we are seeing is that the vast majority of those that have completed the assessments found it to be user-friendly, in line with who they are, in line with where they want to be going, giving them a lot of information in terms of helping them to build a development plan, whether it's personally or professionally. In the area of career coaching and career counseling, a lot of insight that I've seen jump out at people in terms of roles that they could never understand why I don't really love this, but I know I'm good at it. And the TalentPredix really helped to get to that space of differentiating between what really drives people and also what they just have landed up doing, because that's just how it's always been done.